I'm going to make an educated guess that you're a peak performer, you've had success, you know what to do, but yet something continues to hold you back. You take 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, you get right to the edge, and something inside of you shuts down. This is not a hustle issue. This is not an intelligence issue. This is an identity issue in your nervous system doing what it is designed to do to keep you safe from perceived danger. My name is Christian Raphael. I'm a medical support clinical hypnotherapist, one of 5 hypnotherapists chosen to participate in a 4-year, $3 million NIH study run by the University of New Mexico Hospital. For over a decade, I've worked with peak-performing women entrepreneurs to support them in reprogramming their subconscious mind to achieve powerful things in their life. I want to tell you something that I don't talk about enough. That happened to me at a very young age. I learned how to hide under the bed, not because it was cool, but because it is a place that I felt safe, a place that I knew was an environment that I could control. And this formed my habits in life. This carried on throughout my life. How I showed up in boardrooms, how I showed up in classrooms, how I showed up in relationships, how I showed up in my life was always from a position of hiding because it was not safe to be seen. And that left a lasting imprint on my quality of life that I could only imagine. For 26 years, I strived mightily in corporate America, driving myself mercilessly to achieve a number on a wall, all the while out of alignment with what really fed my soul, thinking if I made more money, if I got another raise, if I got another Rolex, then somehow I'd be a better version of myself. Little did I realize that I was killing myself from the inside out, thinking as I left work on yet another Friday night, about 9:30, thinking I'm as far away from Monday morning as I'm going to be for the entire weekend. And that visceral feeling of dread robbed me of time, my family, and cost me my health in a significant way. What I did next was quite a shock. I traded in corporate for guitar in New Mexico and began writing songs and playing songs that started to feed me in a powerful way. That shift was pivotal. I did not realize it at the time. It was a shift toward more of the truth of who I am. And was it scary? Heck yeah, it was scary. Very uncomfortable. My identity was wrapped up in who I thought I needed to be in order to be successful. And it shifted inward. And that was not comfortable. I had to face a lot of demons, a lot of ghosts about how I view myself as a person. Best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Now when I work with a client who feels that she can no longer hold the life that she's built, that the truth of who she is wanting to come out and is crying to come out, but she's built a world that is not sustainable. I understand that feeling. I understand what it takes in order to move through that feeling and become an even truer version of self. And it's a decision, one powerful decision. Things hold us back from making those decisions, though. And those are limiting beliefs. Things that happen to us in early childhood, where we decide to play safe, to keep small, to hide under the bed because it's not safe to be seen, those haunt us for a lifetime. Kind of like when we knew anything was possible. When we were that child, the wonder of a butterfly captivated us. Our first rickety spin on a two-wheeler was magical. When we reclaim that wisdom, when we reclaim that power, that potency, something shifts markedly in us. That is a beautiful thing. I'm going to share one other thing. I've had 3 near-death experiences, and I'm this surviving member of my nuclear family. So these things that I share with you are not theory, they're lived experiences. And those lived experiences I'm so grateful for, because I would not be the person I am today had I not had those. So let me ask you, are you strong in your mind? Are you strong in your body? And are you strong in the work that you do based on lived experiences, based on who you are becoming through those lived experiences? And wouldn't you like to transfer those lived experiences to other people so that your survival guide becomes their roadmap? It's not about being unstoppable. It's about being strong. And strength comes from the experience of life and how we show up in life when things are difficult, when things are unclear, when things are terrifying. Who shows up? And that's a decision, that's a choice that you get to make. No one can make that for us except ourselves. This is not about becoming unstoppable. This is about becoming a truer version of who you truly are. Most people don't understand that. They never ever get that. If you believe that you're made for more, there's a strength and power inside of you that's valuable in the world, drop a me in the comments below. And we'll get in touch with you and share powerful tools and techniques that you can use to become an even better version of yourself. This is Christian Raphael, medical support clinical hypnotherapist. Until next time, be kind, be well, be a blessing.